Welcome to our YouTube channel. Welcome to this session. So today we are going to be talking about how to create disk partition on your hard drives. Like for example, you have a lot of documents, a lot of videos, films, and music that you want to store, and you want to store them separately in different drives. You don't just want to put them in one drive. That searching for them is going to be like hard for you. So for example, here you can see we have the first drive, the second drive, the third drive. So we can now create the fourth drive, where maybe we can store just for documents. Okay, so what we're going to do is I go to here, this start button, or we press the Windows key, we type partition. Okay, there is a create and format hard disk partition. Okay, so we wait for it to open. Once it opens, okay, so we can see the first partition that was there, second partition, and the third partition, the C, the D, and E. So if you go back here, you're going to see C, D, and E. Those are the partitions. So now maybe we want to create the fourth partition out of this. So it's just like, for example, we have 202 gig here. Now we can remove like 2 gig out of here if we want to store maybe just documents from Word. We know that it is not heavy as much, so we know that 2 gig can store thousands of Word documents because they are not really that heavy. So if we remove 2 gig from here, what exactly is going to do is that it's going to create a different partition here, and we can assign a letter to it, and you are going to see it exactly like this, but you have a different letter and you have 2 gig of space. Okay, so when we go back here is that we right click. Okay, we remove from here, remove like 4.5 gig from here. So we right click, we are going to press string volume. Okay, when you click on string volume, now we are going to wait for it to come. We are going to wait for the setup board to come. It's squaring the string space. So this is it already, that is here. This is string D. So we are going to string it from the zip drive, this D drive. So we come back here. Okay, 4.5 gig. That will be, enter the amount of space to string in megabyte. So 4,500 megabyte. And also notice total size before string in megabyte, meaning this is the total amount, that the total size of the hard disk of that particular partition that you want to shrink it from or you want to remove from. So you cannot exceed, like for example, a partition has 200 gig, you cannot remove 300 gig from it. No, it's impossible. So if a partition has, let's say, 200 gig, you can either remove 150, even 199, depending on you, but cannot remove above it. Okay, so now what we are going to do is that enter the amount of space to shrink in megabyte. So I've put 4,500 megabyte. I'm sure that's equivalent to that's equivalent to 4.5 gig. So we now press shrink. Okay, now we are going to wait for a couple of minutes for it to shrink, and it's going to take a little bit of time depending on the capacity of your machine, depending on the processor. Okay, so we are going to wait for a little bit amount of time that is going to take in order to create in order to remove the storage from here and create a new partition. So let's just wait and see how it's going to come on. Okay, so for example, you can now see 202 gig that we had here has reduced to 197.69 gig, and we have 4.40 gig here, and it's unallocated. So you can see that this is the space that we have created already, but it's not found here. Why? Because it is not yet usable, it is unallocated. So what we are going to do is that we right click, we go to new simple volume. So we want to set it up so that it can be usable in our computer. So we go to next. Okay, so simple volume sets in megabytes 4,500, just as we specified. Okay, now we go to next. So assign the following drive letter. Okay, let me choose A. Okay, I'm going to choose A. Now mount in the following empty ntf. Okay, let's just always let these ones like this and don't touch them. Okay, just assign just the value that you want to assign to it, a, b, c, depend on you. Now we go to what next. Okay, now file system ntfs allocated unit size to what default volume label. You put any name you want to put. Maybe you want to be storing videos, so you can just say video p, video partition. So it depends on you. Okay, now we'll do what next. Okay, so these are all the informations, and we click finish. So we are going to hold a little bit of time. Once everything is going to be done, you are going to see that as it was black, it has now changed to blue. Okay, so we are going to wait a couple of minutes. Now you see video p and a, it has been created already. Select to choose what happens with removable drive. Now if we enter here, you are going to see that has been created already. You see video p, you see a 4.33 4.37 gig free or 4.39. If we enter, see that it is empty, and you can store your things inside. And you see that it has removed part of the storage that was inside of here to create this. 202 gig was here, but we have removed 4.5 gig and created this. So you can now store your documents, store music, some other things inside here. And you see that when you want to maybe look for videos, you can just come here without any stress, and that's it. So thank you for joining us in today's video. We hope you like it, and later in the next tutorial, on the next video, we are going to talk to us about data preservation. Okay, so how to make your computer more efficient, how to boost your system, how to make it to be more faster than ever. Because I know many of us have sluggy machines, slow machines that it takes lots and lots of time to load. But in the next tutorial, we're going to fix that. So thank you for being with us. Thank you for watching. Okay, so in case you have any problems, any worry, you can get back to us, and we are going to sort it out. Thank you.